Joined now on CHGO Bulls by two-time NBA All-Star who spent 4 of his seasons with the Bulls, including that run to the conference finals in 2011. You can catch him as a basketball analyst for college and the NBA on a variety of networks, and you can also catch him now on the reality show King's Court, airing on Bravo, available to stream on Peacock. Looking for love. Pleased to welcome Bulls legend Carlos Boozer. How are you, man?
Yes, man. How you guys doing?
We're doing great, man. So I was just telling you, I was watching some of the clips of this show, King's Court, on the internet last night when we heard we were going to get a chance to talk to you. What's it been like making the transition from retired NBA player who's become a talking head, talking hoops, to now being like the subject of a reality romance show?
Hey, listen, it was three kings, 21 women. Can you blame me? Nah, honestly, it was a great experience, guys. Yeah. Had a chance. I was single, obviously single, and looking to find a good connection. And so once I talked to Will Packer, who's the main producer of the show, told me it was going to be an opportunity to make some good connections and it wasn't going to be a ratchet show. I was like, hey, why not? It can't be worse than what I'm going through in the real world, so let's go for it.
Did you ever think about, after you retire, I'm going to get onto a reality show and just like, what's the behind the scenes kind of like, Ben?
No, I did not think about that at all. It kind of came out of nowhere, but it was good timing. I was recently out of a kind of a toxic relationship, and it ended up being a blessing in disguise because it kind of forced me to be vulnerable, talk about feelings, and when I normally wouldn't do that so early in a relationship, but because we're filming a show and we're spending so much time with all these women at early on, like 24/7 with them, it's like speed dating on camera. So I got a chance to get to know some incredible queens and why not? I had a good time. And I did it with some awesome kings, Thaddeus, Titus O'Neil, and Tyson Beckford.
Carlos, I'm curious, of your former Bulls teammates, did you ever have a thought while you were going through this experience like, man, I wish so-and-so teammate was by my side also going through this reality dating show with me? Like, who on your Bulls squads do you want to be on a reality dating show?
Man, it's come on, man. It's Joakim Noah. Like, are you kidding? I mean, obviously, no, obviously Joakim is very happily married, doing a great job, being a great husband. And but if he was single, like I was single, it would be awesome to have Joakim on the show with me. 100%.
Know how happy you just made this man for bringing him up.
Biggest Joakim fan in the
Um,
world right here, man. But no,
We love
I am
Joe,
happy
bro.
that he is very happily married.
He's very happily married. Absolutely.
but we wanted to ask you some questions just about your Bulls days. Obviously,
Yeah.
you've been in retirement for a little bit now. How do you look back at your time with the Bulls?
Man, awesome. I mean, some of the best years I had in the NBA. Obviously, we wish we would have got everyone a championship. We really thought we had the team in place. We had the coaching staff in place. We had the best player in the league in D Rose. Like we thought we had everything tied in, but we couldn't account for injuries, right? Nobody wants to be injured, and unfortunately for us, the injury bug caught us at the wrong time. Right? We thought we had a team where we had an incredible starting five. We had the bench mob with a host of studs that could be starters on other teams and obviously, we had the best fans in basketball supporting us. They were cheering us on every night in the madhouse, going crazy, packing the house every night. But the health bug got us, and we played against some great competition who ended up going on to the NBA Finals and doing what they did. But we really thought we had a team that could bring home a title to Chicago.
Yeah, what was your mindset like in those years after Derrick initially tore his ACL, and then you guys, you lose not only your team's MVP but the league MVP, and you guys were still a talented squad and a try hard every night squad. Shout out Tibs. But how do
Yep.
you, as an athlete during those years, like try and talk yourself into like, hey, we still got a championship window here, or if you're facing a reality that you don't, how do you deal with that?
As an athlete, you feel like every time, there's more time on the clock, you got an opportunity to win, right? So we all thought we could step up and do a little bit more. Shout out to management. They brought in like multiple guys like Nate Robinson and CJ Watson and DJ Augustine. That Captain Kirk came back. Like we had tons of guys to try to fill that hole, but you can't replace a Derrick Rose, man. Let's be honest. This guy was one in a million, one in a lifetime, to be honest. Like if he doesn't get hurt, he retires with three or four championships and obviously first ballot Hall of Famer. That's how much influence he had on the game of basketball. And that's also speaks to his talent level. Like think about his career, right? He's from Chicago, number one pick in the NBA draft, rookie of the year that year. Second year becomes an all-star. Third year becomes the MVP in his third year. Like his trajectory was off the charts. So, you can't predict that, but we all thought that we could, kind of step up even more and do even more and have a chance to win. But it's really hard to win an NBA championship against some of the best players on the planet without your best player.
Obviously, from the outside looking in, there was just so much like anticipation and
Yeah.
excitement and frustration around Derrick's injuries. And obviously, had the first one, came back, missed or played 10 games, and then got hurt again. What was it like inside the locker room where, just this guy who represented so much about how much your team could succeed kept on getting hurt? Did you guys in the locker room feel it that same way that people outside looking in did?
Man, we just felt bad for our brother, man. Like this kid pours his heart and soul into basketball. Like I remember one week I was up in the summertime, just getting some summer workout in with Joe up at the gym, and he was over in Asia for I don't know how long. Lands back from Asia promoting his new shoe, and he comes right to the Berto and starts working out with me and Joakim. Like he was so dedicated to getting better. He was so dedicated to our team. Showed up every day, never complained about anything. Practiced 3 or 4 hours if that's what Tibbs wanted. Would play all 48 if that's what Tibbs wanted. Like he never complained about anything. He brought his heart every single day. And we just felt bad for him because we know he wanted to be on that court with us.
Best trash talker in your Bulls teammate practices back in the day.
I mean, Nate Robinson, bro. I don't even know what I'm thinking. It's Nate Robb.
Yes,
Like
let's
Nate,
go,
Nate,
Nate.
Nate Robb wanted all the smoke. He wanted to go against D Rose. He wanted to go against Luau. He wanted to go against Jimmy Butler. Like he wanted all the smoke. He wanted to play 1-on-1 after every practice. Like Nate didn't miss. Listen, in the year that we had Nate, he didn't miss one practice, no matter if he was hurt, not hurt. He literally has one of the toughest guys I ever played with. At the same time, on the flip side of that coin, every road trip, he would bake us cupcakes for every him and his daughter, Navy, would bake us cupcakes for every road trip. Like this awesome, awesome team. Man, I had awesome teammates in Chicago, man.
That's great. And you also had an awesome coach.
Yeah.
Obviously, Tibbs was, just he also, like Derrick, kind of represented so much for this Bulls team in terms of the way that they defended their identity. Do you have a
Yep.
favorite like story or memory of just like how hard he worked you guys, or what your relationship was like, and the way that he was able to like build those relationships with the players despite being such, like a hard, tough nosed coach?
Yeah, Tibbs is old school, man. And I've always loved old school coaches. Like, from my dad to my high school coach, George Houston, to Coach K at Duke, to Jerry Sloan in Utah. Like Tibbs is cut like an old school tough coach. He's one of those guys that preaches defense before offense. That's why when we were all together, we were number one defense in the league, top five for sure every year, usually number one. And he was just a tough dude. Like you look at him even with the Knicks now. He had that same. I know he got laid off or whatever, but he had that same mentality. Just tough. He wants tough players. Only tough players can play for him. And he's one of those guys that will study and make sure not only is he the most prepared, but our team is the most prepared. We had a playbook like this long. I'm not saying we used all the plays. A lot of the plays were like, here, give it to D Rose and get the fuck out the way. But I will say that defensively, we were more prepared for whoever we played against than I've ever been in the NBA by a lot. And that's all has to do with Tibbs and his coaching staff.
Carlos, you mentioned your time at Duke there. There are about to be a couple
Mhm.
fresh Boozer jerseys
Yeah.
in that Duke blue and white coming up.
Yeah.
We were just talking with our pal Kendall Gill a couple weeks ago. His son Phoenix
Mhm.
is about to play his first year at Northwestern. Kendall's still
Mhm.
sour that he's not going to the Illini. It's a whole thing with his wife, whatever. But now, as somebody who was a pro yourself and have a couple of
Mhm.
sons trying to make their way in and are about to go play at a blue chip program like Duke, how are you deal with all that from the dad's coaching chair?
Man, look, you see my smile, man. I'm ear to ear with mine. I'm so proud. I'm proud. I'm so excited for them. They've been working their butts off, had an incredible high school career, and now they want to take their talents to Duke and see how they can compete against some of the best college players, in the country. They're going to play for a great coach in John Shire, who took over for Coach K and has had great success leading those guys over there. But I'm really happy for Cammy and Cade, man. They've been working their butts off. They've wanted to be Blue Devils since they were kids, and now they've earned it and they get a chance to start in the fall and also get a great education from a great school. So I'm really, really excited for them. But the dad in me, I cannot wait to rock my hat, my jersey. Like I'm gonna be going crazy in there. Yeah.
split allegiances or anything. They're all going to the same place. Can we get like a scouting report on both of them? I know Cameron is the one that's kind of projected top 3 in the draft next year, but Cayden obviously also a supremely talented guard. Who do they play like? What's kind of their player comp, and where do you think they end up in the draft next year? Or are you just thinking about this season in front of you?
Yeah, we're just talking about the year in front of us. We'll get to the draft, next year. If you want me to come back on the show, I will gladly do that when that time is right. But for next season, like Caden is a 6'5" point guard who is a throwback point guard. He's like a Jason Kidd type, a Steve Nash type. He's looking for his teammates. He thinks about scoring second, thinks about getting his teammates open first. So he creates. He always throws a pinpoint precision pass, on time, on target, a lockdown defender at the point guard spot, likes to push the pace. And everything about him is just like if I was playing, I'd want him as my point guard. That's who Cayden Boozer is. And then Cammy is just a straight killer. Like he's 6'10", guard every position, play every position on offense, has incredible footwork on the block, uses both hands, plays above the rim, has a beautiful jump shot. It does not look crazy like mine used to look, but has a beautiful jump shot. His handles have gotten better and better. Like these two kids are perfect for today's style of basketball. Play up tempo, run and gun, positionless basketball.
Love that.
Carlos, your jumper looked weird, man, but I tell you, that thing went in way more often than it did it. That was a silky J. At any time it left your hands, I was like, that's going in. Most importantly, are either of your sons as loud on the court as you were back in your playing days?
Nah. I still got that title, babe. I'm screaming and one, get it, Joe, all the time. Like I'm always talking. The boys do talk. They don't talk as much as they pops talk. Not yet.
Can we get the quick story of the "Give Me That Joe" on the rebounds? Like, where did that come from?
Nah,
were you playing
both
into
amazing.
it at all?
Nah, we're just both really good rebounders. Like I'm coming in from Utah where I was averaging like 10 or 12 rebounds a game or whatever. Joakim was an outstanding rebounder as well. And so we'd be fighting over rebounds. And I'd have to be like, yo, give me that, Joe. That's how it started. It started in practice and it just spilled over to the game. You guys caught wind of it. But that's the kind of team that you want. You want guys attacking the glass and fighting over rebounds. Like I'm actually really excited. You guys got to tell me what you think. I'm really excited to see where the direction of this Bulls team is going to go and what kind of guys are going to step up and take the reins of being a leader and on the defensive end and getting rebounds and being that part of that pulse of the team. I'm looking forward to seeing where this young Bulls team goes.
We were out in Vegas for Summer League, and we saw a lot of sons walk in with their dads, and all the sons were wearing Modest Buzelis jerseys. I think that's where most of the fan base's hope is right now. Carlos, we'll get you out here on this one. If Bulls fans want a little stress-free entertainment in these dog days of the offseason before a new season ramps up, give Bulls fans the elevator pitch. Kings Court, man. What can Bulls fans expect?
Look, guys, if you want to watch the show of the summer, I know everybody's talking about Love Island. Well, guess what? Love Island is over. It's King's Court on Bravo, Sunday nights at 9 p.m. Also, if you miss it there, you can watch the streaming live on Peacock on Monday. Check us out. Three Kings trying to find our queen.
Carlos, we appreciate the time today, and we appreciate all the blood, sweat, and tears when you had a Bulls jersey on those NBA courts, man. Appreciate you.
Appreciate it. It means a lot, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.